somebody out there? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Not in here. I'm safe behind my wall. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I walk out and bam! Cell-cats swarm in from everywhere, ripping... No, my friend. I don't play that game. I've got a winning hand right here in this room. When the cell-cat went insane and started killing everybody, I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me. Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. No, that's what the others said. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, where the Kotor is. Few fishies there, but many. Don't know. When the demon screamed... No. Only the ones left... No. Only the ones left in... Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chop...
On it. Done.
You asked for this!
Damn it! Poison! On it. Done.
Die!
This is what I live.
Let's go! How'd you like that? Time to rumble! How'd you like that?
On it. Damn!
Who's there? You're not Cellcath, I can see that much. Are you another rescue crew? I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane Cellcath killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The Cellcath swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the Kotor harvester they built. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor. Besides, it's got to be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Cellcath mutants running around. I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with the... I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the Cellcath. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be...
Hurry up! Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving! The water is filled with... Ow! Ah!
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now! On it.
60 seconds to complete depressurization. 54 seconds to complete depressurization.
What? What do you want? Go away! Yes, you're a friend. You'll protect us. You won't let the Firaxa... I'll unlock the door, but... I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside
The Firaxan sharks just tore them apart. It was...
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left.
We thought everyone was dead. Dead or in... I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working... We had a secret agreement with the moderates in the Selkath government. They knew that
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get at the Kolto.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to harvest more... But all that went...
We don't know.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling, and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Selkath started screaming too. And they turned on us. It was like they couldn't control themselves. Like the sound that the monster was making in our heads drove them insane.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too. Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. Would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. But with Kolto as a food source...
And all those other Firaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother. The Phyraxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted...
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what... The repellent we made was supposed to drive Phyraxan sharks away, but we never got... The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from...
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to...
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows?
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before. All you need to do is insert it into the... Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much...
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the... I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would come... You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the fuel tank canisters... The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sanguine, a liquid at about 4 million sanguine, and a solid. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form.
But we'll lose everything we've built here.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water. Good. Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injectors to get the tank. Once the machinery is gone...
That won't work and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting. You know what you have...
I just hope you make the right... I think we're just gonna sit here. We have a lot of food and water. If you can make it out to the Kotor harvesting machines, try to reprogram them to sell... You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas... If you inject enough of the Once you do that, you can open the doors to the submersible bay and go back to the... Kono says he won't leave, and I can't leave him here by himself. We'll stay and wait.
On it. Damn!
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself. Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No?
What? Ready? Here it is!
I'm here.
What?
I'm here.
Yeah? Ready?
I'm here.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find... Insane. What did they do? And why? They killed everyone? And the mercenaries we sent later? Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto? That's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors? Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what is... No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being... But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map? As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future. Greetings once again. Should the Selkath obtain proof of what occurred down there, the consequences for the Republic... Truth be told, I'm uncomfortable even with us being seen together. A beautiful place. Obey the Selkath. I regret there... Then I shall wish you... Greetings once again. Should the Selkath... Truth be told... Then I shall wish you...
How can I help? I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us. Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising. No, I'm not. Why must you make this so difficult?
I see. Is there nothing I can do to make it up to you? I would rather we were friends. I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really. Yes, well, there's no need for you to agree. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most... But maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing. But enough soul-searching for now. We should put...
Yes, what's on your mind? You mean if I kill him? Well, I never thought about it. I suppose I always assumed that I would be... Understand that whenever I envisioned taking on Saul in the past, it was always as the captain of my own ship, or alone. But I'm not in that same situation now. I wouldn't risk hurting you. You don't think I would throw away everything we're doing here, do you? I would like to think that I wouldn't put you in danger, that I wouldn't forget that there's... If I saw Saul, however, if I had the chance, I don't know what I'd do. I really don't. Well, that's easier said than done, but I know you mean well. I promise you I'll see. As for what comes afterward, well...
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you... Well, I mentioned before that my parents had... In the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been... Kotor was there, yes. My people had a great... They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world. They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that we did resist. And in spite of their violent attack, but in the end, we were not members of the Republic. Kotor was beyond the edge of the Republic. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few... Most did not make it. My parents carried me as a baby with them, and were lucky. They fled as far as they were able, and eventually settled on... But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species. My father turned to stimulants. He spent much... But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, so he would get intoxicated, and he would... I don't need your sarcasm. Killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like... I am sorry. How may I be of... What is it you... After my father died, my mother was left to support me alone. It was not easy for... When my father was killed, it seemed that she worked. She worked as hard as she... I later learned that she was unable to get enough money to feed both of us, and had to start borrowing from the... She hid what she was doing from me. She gave most of her food to me so that I would... In the end, she could go on no longer. And... She never recovered. There was nothing really that I could do for her. She left me no money, and no doctor would see her without being paid first. I sat by her bed for days as she... But there was still the money she had borrowed. She had never paid it back and made no... You must understand. The exchange is brutal. They care nothing for the life of a... They thought it would be appropriate that, with my mother owing them money, the debt should be passed on to me. You have no idea what it is like to be bound like a beast. They treated me like livestock. They were waiting for a buyer to give them some credit. The Jedi could not abide by what they saw there, and drove the exchange. But the Jedi soon left to fight their war. I swore that I would become a Jedi. As soon as we both know what has happened. I am grateful to you for having given me the opportunity to fulfill my dream. Rather than... Someday, I may make it up to you. But... How may I be... What is it you... Of course.
I've been given a challenge I can't ignore. This is between me and
Hey there. What? I'm not gonna worry about...
What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Kareth's vessel. My old mentor. Admiral Kareth taught me everything I know about being a soldier. He was a legend in the Republic fleet, and a hero to me until he betrayed us. When the Sith attacked my homeworld, the Leviathan, which is Saul Kareth's flagship, was at the head of the fleet. My family... I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I won't throw our lives away in some mad quest.
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think? We don't even have a plan to get out of this mess yet.
I'll admit, it won't be easy. Saul's no fool, and he won't underestimate us either. You can count on plenty of guards watching every move we make.
Maybe Admiral Kareth doesn't know how many of us there are on board. We all have special talents. Talents we could exploit so that one of us could stage a rescue. We just have to figure out who has the best chance to avoid capture so they can come and rescue us later. It's a long shot, but it's our only hope. The Admiral will be watching the three of us far too closely for any plot involving you, me, or Karth to succeed. It's going to be up to one of the others to get us out of this.
Well, if we're gonna pick someone to save our skins, we better do it quick. In another minute, we're gonna have Sith troops marching up our loading ramp.
You speak the truth. I alone of all the group might be able to remain hidden if the Sith search the ship. I could wait until the guards have completed their search, then come to rescue you.
Hold on, they're dragging us into the docking bridge.
Bastila, Karth, and the crew have been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander.
Excellent. Have you searched the ship thoroughly? Admiral Kareth warned me to be on alert for any kind of treachery.
We searched the ship from top to bottom. Somebody would have had to be invisible for us not to find them in there.
Well done. Return to your post and I'll tell the Admiral of this.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been kind in your case. I barely recognized you.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see your face every night, even as I promise myself I will kill you for what you did to my homeworld.
Did you learn nothing in your time under me? As a soldier, you should understand that casualties were unavoidable. This was an act of war.
It was a cowardly act of betrayal. Your fleet bombed a civilian target into oblivion without warning or provocation, and the blood of those innocent people is on your hands.
In war, even the innocent must die. The Sith would not accept me until I proved I had truly turned my back on the Republic by bombing the planet.
My wife died in that attack, Saul. And for that, I swear I'll kill you.
You used to be a man of action, not of empty words. Cling to your lust for revenge if you must, but spare me your tired threats. I've heard them all before. You're an insignificant part of these events anyway. Lord Malak is far more interested in your Jedi companions. He has great plans for them.
We will never serve Malak or the dark side. The Sith will be destroyed, Admiral Kareth, as will you if you don't turn away from this path.
Your words are brave, Bastila, but the lure of the dark side is hard to resist, or so I've been told. I wonder if your companion is as devoted to the light as you are. You're defiant. I'm certain Malak will find your loyalty to the Jedi amusing. The Dark Lord would probably reward me if I just killed you once and for all, but he may want to question you given the trouble you've caused him, and the history between you. You mean... Oh, this can't be true, can it? You really don't know what's going on here, do you? Well, I won't be the one to deprive Malak of the pleasure of telling you himself. The Dark Lord will no doubt torture you for information and for his own twisted pleasure. Eventually, you will tell him everything. The Sith can be very persuasive. However, Lord Malak is in another sector. It may be some time before he arrives, so I suppose I will have to fill in for him until then. Activate the torture fields. Enough. I don't want them to pass out before I question them. Malak will appreciate any information I can give him when he arrives.
Don't waste your breath, Saul. We won't answer any of your questions.
I'm sure you won't. However, we both know your friend's loyalties have proven in the past to be somewhat flexible. I am interrogating you, not the other way around. You will answer questions, not ask them. It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your true cooperation. Your will is too strong to be broken that way. However, even the strongest of heroes has trouble watching those they care about suffering. The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer or give me a false answer, Karth will suffer.
My pain is meaningless. Tell him nothing.
I tire of these games. Now I want answers. On what planet is the Jedi Academy at which you were trained? Alderaan is nothing but a planet of artisans and philosophers. There is no training academy there. You must think this is a game. Very well, this is the price of your resistance.
Ah!
Enough! You see what happens when you try to defy me. This first question was a test. Obviously, Malak knew the Academy was on Dantooine, and it has since been destroyed by our fleet. Dantooine is an empty graveyard now. Nothing is there but a smoking ruin and the charred remains of your former masters. More empty threats. We Sith prefer to let our actions speak for us. Perhaps that is why we are winning this war. Now, tell me your mission. How were the Jedi planning on using you to stop Lord Malak and our Sith Armada? Do you take me for a fool? The Jedi are not assassins. They would never devise such a plan. Perhaps you need a reminder of the consequences of refusing to cooperate.
No! Ah! Pay the pain! Ah!
Listen, can you not hear him suffering? You can spare him further pain by simply answering my questions. Now I will ask again, on what mission did the Jedi Council send you? Perhaps another lesson is in order.
No! Ah! Ah! No! I beg you! Mercy! No!
I'm surprised he did not pass out sooner. Rarely have I seen someone withstand such punishment and remain conscious. I see I'm wasting my time here. When Malak arrives, you will learn my interrogation techniques are considered merciful among the Sith. I will leave you here in your cell with a small taste of the horrors you will suffer when Lord Malak arrives.
Don't try to move too quickly. You might not be fully recovered yet. Admiral Kareth had his guards continue to torture you even after you passed out.
They tortured all of us, though you got the worst of it by far. Saul wanted them to make us suffer. He's become some sort of sadistic monster.
The dark side has perverted him, Karth. Once you start down the tainted path, it leads you ever further into the depths of evil. I fear he is forever lost. Yes. I suppose you're correct. Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that hope in the face of such unbridled cruelty. But you speak the truth. I suppose I'm taking the news of Dantooine's destruction quite hard. First Taras, now the Academy. Is there no end to the killing? I'd like to believe that Saul was lying to us. But even as he said the words, I knew they were true. The Academy is gone. We should have felt a disturbance in the Force when the attack came. The fact that we did not is a bad sign. I fear the dark side is growing stronger, casting shadows our vision cannot pierce. I can only hope that some of the Jedi escaped. Rook, Vendar, Zar. I cannot imagine all of them being gone. In any case, we've lost our one place of refuge in the galaxy.
None of this will matter if we don't get out of this prison before Saul gets back. Saul mentioned that Lord Malak was on his way. I think the Admiral left to prepare for his arrival and to report the results of our interrogation.
It is fortunate you were able to resist the Admiral's questioning. The fate of the galaxy could be changed by revealing the slightest piece of vital information.
I have to confess something. There was a moment, just a moment, when part of me was hoping that you would tell him what he wanted to know, just to make the horrible pain stop. I've known Admiral Kareth a long time, and I think you're right. The interrogation was a sham. Saul was toying with us. He didn't care what we told him. I think it was just an excuse to torture us before Malak arrived.
Did you feel that? A disturbance in the Force. The Admiral has sent his message. The Dark Lord knows we're here now. Malak is coming.
Well, then we better hope Juhani busts us out of here before he arrives.
I shall not be seen.
You will...